Hi guys, so it's been a really long time since I filmed a video and I obviously am really far behind because I haven't made a video. If you follow me on Instagram you'll see that I actually wrote that last week Wednesday I was meant to be doing like a marathon filming session. I basically just sat in my pyjamas the whole day and had a shower just before I went to bed, and that's basically all I did, and I just ate so much food. And I've been eating loads of food over the last, I would say, few months because I haven't really had many days off. I haven't really had time to think about what I'm eating. And basically my trousers at work don't fit me anymore because basically I've been eating too much and it's really bad. My clothes just don't fit me anymore. And I know I said about like weight loss, and I was hoping to start getting back into healthy eating, but it's just not happening. So today I wanted to talk about catfishing. I don't know exactly what the definition is, but for those of you that don't know, who's really entertained by catfish? Like, I feel really bad admitting that I'm entertained by it, but I think it's one of the most entertaining programs in the whole world, and I just felt like I needed to make a video about it. So those of you that don't know, MTV have a series called Catfish, and what it is, people that meet people online, they kind of form some sort of relationship with the person online, and when they meet up it's somebody completely different. So sometimes it could be like a male pretending to be a female because actually they're gay. Sometimes it's just somebody that's a lot older, or they perceive themselves to be, I guess, somebody completely different because they're not happy with who they are. And I think it's kind of a way of them finding love and finding a relationship. I don't really know what my opinion is because I can completely see it from both sides. So I was thinking, if I was really, really, really unhappy with myself and I didn't feel like, I mean, I think the people that do the catfishing are people that have found it really difficult to find someone, I think finding relationships just generally difficult, or maybe they haven't met the right person, or maybe they're just very insecure about themselves, and they are hoping that by somebody falling in love with their personality or somebody falling in love with them over the internet, then I guess they think that when they meet the person in reality and actually they're someone completely different, that I guess they think the looks don't matter, which obviously is like a bigger false sense of security, because if you are imagining that you're talking to somebody and you imagine that they look a certain way and you imagine that they're a certain size or colour or shape or anything, yes, the personality is the most important thing, but if you meet them and there's no instant attraction, then I don't know if you can develop that afterwards. I guess you probably could, because it happens, but I feel really bad for the people that have to do the catfishing because they are taking a really big risk, and although they might be really happy at the time because they have this what seems like perfect relationship, they just are really, really nervous, and some of them are really apologetic like when they get caught out, and some of them really don't give two monkeys. And they're like, well, you fell in love with me over the internet, so what if I don't look like what I said? But obviously it's lying, and I guess the moral of the story is, well, if you've fallen in love with my personality, you should love me regardless of what I look like. And I totally get that, but I think it's just very, very, very deceiving. But it makes for really entertaining television. Like, I think you guys that probably watch Catfish understand. And if you have been catfished or you have been a catfish, then please let me know, because I would absolutely love to hear your story. And if you want to film like a video response to this, just let me know in the comments below, and I'd absolutely love to watch like your experience with this. Oh, and also they have a Catfish movie as well. So basically one of the presenters, Neve, from the show, this actually happened to him in real life, which is why he started this MTV show. And what he does is he gets contacted by people who are in relationships over the internet, but they haven't met the person that they're talking to, and they'd like to meet the person that they're talking to. Some of them are convinced that they are talking to the person that they are talking to, and some of them have their suspicions, which is why they contact the show in the first place. And Neve and Max basically go to whatever end of the country that they need to go to. They try and contact the person that's doing the catfishing, and they try and get them to meet with the cameras, so you can kind of see what happens when they meet up. And obviously sometimes it's completely different. Sometimes it is the right person, and sometimes they fall in love and they end up together and it's like an amazing story. But most situations is just so awkward because a guy will think he's talking to a girl on the internet, and then he'll meet up with this person and it'll be another dude, and then they'll start fighting, and it's really entertaining. But you have to kind of feel sorry for both parties. You have to feel sorry for the person that's doing the catfishing, because obviously they didn't feel secure enough in themselves to kind of just say, hey, this is me. And you have to kind of feel sorry for the person that's fallen in love with this person and has this image of what they look like and what they're like. But at the same time, yes, you could be in love with somebody and they might look, you don't know what they look like, and when you meet up, if you're not attracted to them, I think it's very, very, very difficult situation to be in. Maybe, I don't know, I've never been in this situation, but I do have a story actually. So when I was younger, I'm going to tell you this story even though my cousin watches my videos, but I'm going to tell you this story anyway. So I don't think she'll mind because it was a really long time ago, but and I only know this from like hindsight, like I don't actually know if this happened, but this is what I heard from my cousin. So basically what happened was my cousin was trying to meet guys online. She was really young at the time. She was probably only like in her teens or early teens or something. And she was trying to meet guys online, and I think she was very insecure about herself. So what she was doing, she was chatting to guys in chat rooms, but she was sending them pictures of me. So I know that because her brother told me, and her brother was like, look, she's sending pictures of random guys on the internet of you, and then she's kind of going to meet up with them. And obviously when they meet her, they're like, okay, you're not the person. I don't know what happened when they met up. I don't really know if they spoke again after that. I don't know how many times she did it, but I heard about it and I thought, you know what, you've got to kind of feel sorry for someone that is that desperate to meet somebody that they'll pretend to be somebody else. But like I said, what do you do if you've tried everything? Like, what do you do if you've tried dating? What do you do if you've tried speed dating? What do you do if you've tried like relationships and you've just had loads of failed relationships? Like, do you just assume that that person will come along, or should you go out and look for that person? Like, I don't know the right thing to do, but that is my opinion on catfishing. So I can understand why it's really deceiving. I can also see why somebody would do it if they're in kind of a desperate situation, or where people have that kind of second persona where they just feel like they're more confident as somebody else because they can block out completely who they are and they can just pretend to be somebody else, and then there's no judgments and stuff like that. But you know, like I said, it makes for really entertaining television and I will never stop watching. But I'd love to hear your experiences. So if you haven't experienced this, then let me know, because I'd absolutely love to hear your stories. And yeah, I guess sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So if you have any experiences, then please let me know, because I'd love to hear it. And I will see you guys in the next video.